Hi, my collective. How y'all doing tonight? It's Empress Tam. All right. Yep, you've been through what you've been through right now, collective. Most people wouldn't have made it through. So don't be hard on yourself because you survived. And now it's time to thrive. You hear me, baby? So right now, Spirit is asking you to surrender to your higher self. To go with your first mind. That's the right mind. Okay? To not complicate things by overthinking. Spirit is asking you to be patient. Trust the process. Spirit is there. Your ancestors are with you all the time. Okay? When your tears drop, your ancestors pick them up. All right? So just remember that. Practice self-love at this time, self-care, self-respect, self-worth, and create strong boundaries for yourself. Right? You have to embrace your shadow self. You have to be honest with yourself at this point in time because what you went through, you don't ever want to go through that again. So being honest with yourself will keep you out of that trap and keep you from repeating that loop with toxic people, whether they be friends, lovers, family, it doesn't matter. The loop has to be broken for good this time. It has to be burnt and sealed and never to be reopened again, all right? So self-awareness is how we do that. Self-awareness, being aware of who we are and what our boundaries are and what we are just not gonna freaking tolerate, period. Right, and we have to integrate our old experiences from our past timeline to this new timeline right here. This new timeline when we're taking care of ourselves, we have to integrate that growth, okay? That has to be a part of your growth. You have this self-care and this practicing self-care and practicing love and embracing your shadow self have to be a part of that self-care as you move forward with this new timeline. Because Spirit, listen, God really wants you to receive the blessings and the rewards from being on your right path. This new timeline is your right path. You can feel it because everything is opening up. Things are made so much easier for you now. Decisions are being made so much easier because your higher self is in control right now. But you got to make sure you surrender to that higher self. Because if you don't, your lower self is going to keep you on low vibration. Your lower self is not where you want to go. That's where you're coming from, right? All right, so yeah, practice. And say practice non-judgment, acceptance, compassion, understanding, and love. That can be for you. You know what I mean? That can be practiced with you first and foremost. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's what I was saying. That's what I said when I opened up. Don't be so difficult because a lot of people wouldn't have made it from what you made it from. They wouldn't have came back from where you just came from. A lot of people cannot walk in your shoes at all. What you went through, it was horrible. You seen the real face of the devil. Probably had him sleeping in your bed. Him or her take a high resonate. But you see that people can be very, very, very dark. And a lot of people don't make it out of that. They absolutely don't. Yeah. So right now, you got to be honest with yourself to make sure you don't repeat that cycle. And being honest with yourself came out opposite. So that's probably something that you're struggling with because you might not want to admit to yourself how low vibrational you were to entertain such demonic entities. You know what I mean? And I understand that so much because they did not come to you like that. They did not start off that way. It was you got tricked and bamboozled. Right. But after you did start seeing these red flags, you still continue to stay in the situation. However, that's what happened. That's kind of the process. That's the trap. You understand? So don't be so hard on yourself. Don't judge yourself so roughly because it was a lesson that you learned from that, and that's the lesson and the wisdom that you're taking onto your new timeline right now. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So yeah, this is strength. You need strength. Be faithful. Be faithful to your process as well by being patient, by loving yourself, by practicing faith, and understanding that divine timing is everything. And please, before I go, don't forget to surrender to your higher self. This is Empress Sound 444 family. You know you gotta say it like that. I love y'all. Peace. Oh, like, share, follow.